Welcome, 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 everyone. We are live. It is day 52 of our 90-day challenge. It is great that you are here. I forgot to let my little Instagrammers know that we are live as well. Let me get them set up. Let me get them live going as well. That means that you can be live with me on YouTube here. You can also be live with me on Instagram. We are in both places at the same time. Yes, we are multitasking. This is a little business tip for those of you out there who want to do something as well and kind of like want to be able to multitask at the same time. I think it's quite fun. That means I can have a conversation with you guys here on YouTube as well as you guys there on Instagram, because I'm sharing the same thing, and I'm only having to do it once. And so this brings me to our day 52, and that is checking in with like, how is your habit going? How's your habit been going this week? How did it go yesterday? Were you able to take action on it 100%, 80%, 10%? Like, where were you? And if you're struggling with your habit, whatever it may be, maybe it's having that 8 glasses of water, maybe it's going for that daily walk, maybe it's about posting on social media every day. Like, what got in the way of you doing that? And have a moment and think about that. Is it that you had a day where you were in the car and you were out and about and things were just happening and you didn't have your water bottle with you, or you had it with you but you didn't refill it, and so you didn't get through your 8 hours? Is it that kind of like the person who you were meant to walk with canceled, so you didn't bother going for a walk in the end, or that the weather wasn't great? Like, what is it that you struggled with that prevented you from doing that? What got in the way? Is it that you weren't prepared enough with kind of like having your social media post ready for you to go? And did that prevent you from actually posting something or going live or whatever it may have been? And this is not to get down on ourselves or get hard on ourselves, but it's actually to take this as an opportunity to learn. Like, what got in the way? Okay, so maybe what got in the way is that I had a really busy day in the cars, driving here, there, and everywhere, either for work or for the kids, or what it may have been. On those days when that happens, I know that I need to have my water bottle with me. I know that I need to park 2 blocks away so that I'm actually going to be walking to pick up the kids or walking to my meeting. And I'm getting those steps in that walk in that way. So this is an opportunity where you learn. Now, you can reflect and you can learn, but at the end of the day, if you don't take action on that, that's not very helpful. So you actually really need to build these little action pieces into your day, into how you're going to make it happen, when you're going to block it out in your calendar. Now, there are usually 2 things that prevent this from happening. One is that we aren't clear on what our priorities are. Maybe we've said, I want to do this 90 challenge for me. I want to improve my health and wellness. But maybe your priority is your family, your kids, your pets at the moment. Maybe your priority isn't actually you. Maybe you're saying, I want my priority to be my work, but you're like, I'm getting distracted with the house building, the renovations, and all of these things. So maybe actually your focus, your priority isn't your work at that time. And so it's getting very real and realistic with like, what are your priorities and what do you have capacity for? Because yes, maybe you can work on your business. Yes, maybe you can work on your health, but maybe you can't do it to the extent that you thought that you could. And maybe you got to tone it back a little. So where you're still taking action and where you are then not getting overwhelmed or despondent, and then you completely fall off the bandwagon. And so this is one of the practices that I started doing on my other channel. For those of you who don't know, I have another channel actually. It's called Yoga Awakening Africa. And on there, I've started doing 10-minute bite-sized videos on yoga in the mornings, simple stretches, because I've realized that people don't have an hour and a quarter to do a full yoga class every day. But I know that it's going to benefit them doing just 8 or 10 minutes of stretches in the morning. And everyone has got 8 or 10 minutes in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening to do something. Because if you are on social media, you have got that time. And so I've created these little bite-sized sessions, these bite-sized classes for people to do. And they're a hit. They've like taken off so well. Why? Because it's accessible. And so this is what you want to be able to do, is you maybe wanting to do yoga every day, but maybe you don't have an hour to do it. Maybe you've got half an hour, maybe you've got 10 minutes. And so you just need to reassess, and again, be clear on your priorities and what you can do, and then stick to that and keep going. Now, there's nothing wrong with having big, lofty dreams and goals and, what we want to be doing. But they do also have to be realistic, because if they're not realistic, you're not going to do them, and then you're going to get disappointed in yourself. And that's the last thing that I want for you. I really don't want you to be disappointed in yourself. I really want you to be proud that you are able to show up for yourself, that you are able and that you've got the confidence to do that you have got the ability to say no to X, Y, and Z, and yes to something else. So that may be just for these 90 days. Maybe it's saying no to that friend who you always go out for a drink with in the evenings, and say, for the next 90 days, I'm doing this. I'm not having alcohol. Maybe that's one of your things. Maybe you're not wanting to have alcohol for the next 90 days. And so you can say to that friend, if you want to hang out with me, you can come walking with me in the mornings or on the weekends or whatever it may be. But just make sure that if you know that this is the person who usually, or you always have a drink with, and you're not wanting to drink, that you don't hang out with them in the usual time and space that you do. And you're just doing it for these 90 days. It's not for the rest of your life. It's just so that you can get that habit. The same thing is with any other habit. If you're wanting to not do sugar or refined sugar or sweets or cakes for 90 days, don't hang out with those people who you normally go out for tea with. Rather go do a breakfast with them, or say, I'll meet you on the beach for a walk, just for 90 days. And thereafter you can go back to it if you want. But test it out, and you might find that those people actually really enjoy walking with you in the mornings, doing something outdoors, doing something that isn't food related, doing something that is fun, that is healthy. And maybe that then becomes your new habit and your new way of hanging out. So this is just an example. This is just an idea. And hopefully this has been a little bit helpful and insightful for you. So if you've been struggling with that habit, making it happen, just relook at it. What got in the way, and what did you learn from it, and what can you take action on going forward? Because that is what's going to be helpful. And remember, if you want community, if you want a little bit of support, we have got an upcoming seasonal reset taking place. You're welcome to sign up and join in. You get lifetime access to it. It really, really is a valuable place and supportive place to be. We go for 7 days, you reset kind of what it is you're wanting to reset, and we come together, and it is really fun, powerful, and uplifting. So if you want to see what that's about, just head to my website, and there's also a free, actually if you sign up, you get a free DIY 10-step process that I share with you. So maybe you don't want to invest in the full one, but you can actually get the free DIY if you sign up. All right, so hope that has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for your next little bit of motivation, inspiration to keep you on track with taking action every single day for that habit to help you improve your health and your wellness. We're doing that one small little bite-sized step at a time, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.